Welcome back to Fuck Around and Find Out, the podcast where we unpack the lessons life hands us, usually the hard way, and figure out how the hell we're supposed to grow from them. I'm your host, Trinity, and today, we're talking about the rite of passage that nobody prepares you for, the collapse of your freshman friend group. But listen, everybody tells you your freshman year's friends won't last, but nobody tells you how it actually feels when you live it. This podcast episode is titled The Freshman Fantasy Never Lasts. And trust me, I lived that title. Let's set the scene. Moving day. Blue bins rolling, parents sweating, always yelling directions like they're running air traffic control. Every freshman on campus is dressed like it is their debut album cover. And me, I walked in thinking I already had the college cheat code. And why, you may ask? Because I already had a friend group that was already made. And so I figured, what better way to come into college than with a friend group already curated over the summer? We literally were staying in the dorms right across from each other in the same dorm hall. Okay, we stayed on the same hallway except for one of our friends. We thought we were living lavish. We didn't have to go too far to get to each other's rooms. We didn't have to do nothing. We thought it was okay. We thought everything was perfect. And baby, let me tell you, it was not. I feel like freshman friend groups are like starter packs. Like, they're convenient and they're like comforting and they are built on absolutely nothing. So it's absolutely so easy for you to feel so connected because you're all put in the same space. You're all put in this new world together, and you think because you're all put in this new world together that people's personalities and true intentions will not show. But as the time went on, I started to ignore like red flags because, like, why not? You know what I mean? It's kind of like, okay, well, she was, talking crazy, but, I'm just going to ignore that because, let's not pay attention. Oh, we're, having arguments, but hey, that's what friends do. And I felt this shifting of energy, but I wasn't really paying attention. Like, we were eating together, we were sleeping together over in each other's rooms, trauma dumping by like week 2. And like, we had this sense that we've known each other since the literal womb. So obviously I didn't think much of it. But then somewhere in there, I started ignoring the red flags, the tension, the whispering, and the shifting of energy, all because I was so prepared to fight it out, to make it work, to stay with my freshman friend group. And here's the part where the fuck around came. I wasn't perfect. I'll own that, okay? Nobody's perfect. I messed up a few times, said some things I probably shouldn't have, reacted instead of responding. But hey, so did they, and we're freshmen in college, so this is our time to speak out about what we say, because who really knows our true character anyways? You know what I mean? This is the unfolding of who we really are. But see, the difference is, I held myself accountable in those times. I apologized. I came to them and said, hey, I am not perfect. I made a mistake. I am begging for forgiveness because I enjoy our friend group. But see, the difference is they were holding on to grudges like they were on a scholarship for a honey, okay? We started with a small tension, turned into picking sides, group chats without me probably, whispering right in front of me, energy changing every single time I walked in the room. And I felt it, but I let it slide. And slowly but surely, I started to be pushed out of our friend group. Then came a moment where conversations weren't really conversations. We just feel like speech, the justifications, the fake apologies, and then suddenly there's amnesia about what they did. And then they left, or I left, or honestly, it really just depends on who you ask. It just like, she left the friend group, we left her out the friend group. I'm not really sure. Like, things just started migrating. We were like the party room. Everybody came to our room. But then all of a sudden, I wasn't really cool with them. I wasn't really talking to them. So then they migrated into the other boys in our friend group room across the hall. It was just very, very odd. But let me tell you, Okay, the plot twist to all of my freshman year. Okay, I moved out of my dorm the second semester of my freshman year to go stay by myself, to live by myself. I enjoyed it. But of course, I was watching, them on Instagram, trying to figure out what the hell am I doing that they aren't doing that allows them to stay together. But surely their entire friend group fell apart. And I don't necessarily mean like they're all in different directions. There's like some of them still together, some of them not together. They may still talk, they may not, but I don't really see them hanging out like I used to. And not because of me, because I feel like I got out because before the real storm hit, but they all kind of felt like they turned on each other. You stop seeing them on Instagram together. You stop seeing them in the friends highlight and all this other stuff, So like, what about their friendship? What about their character allowed them to still not become friends after they felt like they eliminated the problem? I guess they were just playing eliminate until they were left with nothing. The moment that I found out was quiet. It wasn't dramatic. Just a calm realization one night that I don't need to hold on to people who liked the version of me that they felt like they could control. Freshmen taught me something people do not say out loud. You cannot trust your freshman friend group. Not fully, not blindly, not forever. Freshman year friends are your tutorial mode, temporary characters in a story that is still being written. And I don't say that to be bitter. I say it because it's true. You cannot go into your freshman year thinking these people are going to be the people that I spend the rest of my life with. If you do spend the rest of your life with them, that is amazing. That is great. Okay. But do not go in there fully giving yourself to people. You still have to have a level of, I have this wall up. I'm not going to say these things. I'm going to watch. I'm going to be observant. You know what I mean? You really test out these people's characters before you get to laying and burdening your heart to them, because I will tell you, they do not feel the same way about you. Okay. And to make sure that I don't sound like a crazy psychopath that literally despises the people in their freshman year, we're going to make sure that this is real and I've, done my research. So I looked into freshman social transitions, how students form fast bonds, why those relationships break, and what that means long term. So psychologists say that freshman friend groups are built on immediacy and not intimacy. They're thrown together, scared, new, and desperate for a connection. So the friendships form fast, but they fall apart even faster. Studies also say that the friends you actually end up keeping after college and throughout college usually show up after freshman year, when you're more grounded, more healed, and more yourself. And honestly, I think that's the truth. I have one friend right now and I'm working on making another, but my mental space is such in a better place. I know what I will and will not go for. I've cultivated this, I'm going to speak up, I'm going to speak out, and I really don't care how it makes you feel, because I'm telling you the truth, and I'm going to say it from a loving point. But I am, finding people that are okay with the type of character that I am, people that are okay with the type of morals that I have, people that are okay with the type of person that I am, the type of friend that I am. And so I'm making smarter decisions on who I collect in my life. Some people I know I can only wave to and say, oh my God, I love your outfit today, girl, how's your classes going, and keep it pushing. But there's only one friend that I have on this campus that is a part of me, that's, that I love, that I cherish. And I'm not going to lie, I've had one friend ever since, and I was still picking the wrong friends. It's only till I've gotten to my junior year of college that I can say I picked one friend that I know I can be friends with continuously. I will not, lose this friend. I will be friends with this person for, if not ever, for a very, very long time after college. And it's because the people that I'm closest to now, they genuinely know who I am. Because I didn't come in this needing a fast connection, needing somebody to grip onto, needing somebody to hold. Okay, I went into the friendship. I tested out their character. Okay, I think that they're, I can open up a little bit here. I'm not going to open up too much. I've tested the waters with, how much they can handle, what type of person that they are. I've observed the type of nature, the type of, how they carry themselves. Will that apply to me? Will I be able to work with somebody like this? And then I made my decision from there. I don't force relationships anymore. I don't make fast connections just because I'm desperate for a connection. This isn't freshman year anymore. I can be without a friend. I've learned to be in solitude. I've learned to love myself and to respect myself. And that comes with picking the right friends. And so your friends will come when you stop forcing. Your friends will come when you sit back and you let the friends that God has for you come to you, because hell, if you keep running and looking and searching, you're going to start looking in trash bins, looking in the trench down the street, looking in nannies and crooks that are not meant for you. You have to step back and let God bring the friends that are meant for you. And when they're meant for you, you'll know they're meant from you, and you'll know that they're sent by God. So with all of that being said, not to sound crazy, not to sound rude, not to sound like I hate the people in my freshman year, because I wish them all well. I hope that each and every last one of them have learned, have grown, and that are having amazing, amazing college experiences, because that's not the type of person I am to hold a grudge. Now, did I have a grudge for a little bit? It wasn't really a grudge. It was more, what the hell did I do? Why the hell does everybody hate me? And why do I feel like I just want to fucking kill myself? Ugh, you know what I'm saying? Like, pull yourself together. It's really, it's not that serious, girl. Like, take a deep breath. And so because I'm older, I'm able to do, kind of a reflection. And if there's something that I could tell my freshman self right now, I tell her, baby girl, you do not need all those people. You need space. You need peace. You need to be able to grow out with someone and they not take it personally. You need friends that don't see you as competition, and you need to learn that losing people is not the same as losing yourself. Freshman year was a season I learned letting go is a skill, and sometimes betrayal is blessings in a hoodie. So what did I fuck around and find out? That freshman fantasy does not last. And it's not supposed to. Your freshman friend group is not your identity. It's your introduction. It gives you what you need to move forward, not what you need to hold on to. And the moment you stop clinging on to people out of habit, you open space for people who actually deserve you. Thank you for listening to this episode of Fuck Around and Find Out. If this hits home for some of you, trust me, you are not alone. Freshman year was wild, and it is wild, and it's still crazy and messy and humbling, but it teaches you everything you need to know to grow into the person you're becoming. I'm Trinity, and I'll catch you next time, right here where we keep finding out on purpose, apparently. Bye.